Good morning. I am at 1 week of my vegan journey. Just wanted to give an update. It's been a whirlwind kind of a week, but for the most part, it's been amazing. I'll start with my energy level. I noticed within 24 hours of starting that my energy was so increased. I had the energy to do things like around the house where normally things like that make me feel overwhelmed. I get stressed out. I gotta clean the kitchen, do the dishes, clean up toys, from the kids. I always had like feelings of being overwhelmed, and oftentimes I just would put it off until the very last minute. But I have had energy to do things like that. Um, so energy level has been amazing. People are not kidding when they say that they have, you know, seriously increased energy, because I really have, and I did within, 24 hours, and it was great. The second thing, which is a bonus but isn't my intention of doing this, is that I have lost about 1.4 pounds just in the last week. I noticed that I feel a lot lighter, like not, weight wise lighter, but just like I'm not so weighed down. Like my stomach doesn't feel real full and uncomfortable. Um, it's just like this lightness that I can't exactly describe, but I've heard other people say the same thing, and it's great. So the weight, that's a positive bonus here, but I'm really doing this more for health reasons, energy level, and compassion, reasons for you know the animals and other beings. So that's the weight thing. I noticed that I'm talking more, like in social settings. I'm wanting to have phone conversations for work where other times, my phone would ring and my thought was, oh my gosh, what now? Because I feel like a lot of times I'm putting out fires, being, a manager, but I just want to talk to people. I want to talk to my direct reports. I want to hear what they have to say and hear about their families. And um, that's not how I was feeling before. I felt very overwhelmed. And even socially, I just didn't feel like I had much to say. I was irritable, um, things like that. I just didn't have much to talk about. But I've noticed I'm talking a lot more and I'm enjoying the conversations, with my husband and my kids. And it's a shift for sure. So that is definitely a bonus. The other thing that started on a Wednesday that has not been so good is I got a migraine on Wednesday, and I caught it early enough with medicine that it didn't go into a full blown migraine. I do have a history of migraines, but it had been about 4.5 months since I had had one. So I was a little disappointed about that. I get vision changes, so I usually know they're coming. So luckily, I caught that one on Wednesday pretty early and was able to stop it. Um, and then I had another really bad headache on Saturday night. And that could be because we had run a race, which I'll talk about later. But um, it was awful. It wasn't really a migraine, it was just a severe headache that I couldn't get rid of. So, had that Saturday night. And then again yesterday, got a headache. It was like a dull headache. It didn't keep me from doing the things I needed to do, but it was annoying, a pounding in the back of my head. So I was frustrated, but it didn't, like I said, it didn't stop me from doing what I needed to do. It was just really annoying. So I've been taking ibuprofen for those type of headaches. So, that's the only negative I've seen. There are, I've looked on the internet and a lot of the vegan blogs. It is extremely common to have headaches, and they, basically say it's one of three reasons. It's either a detox, which people usually say happens in the first week, is that some people will report like flu-like symptoms, feeling really lethargic, the headaches, stomach upset, things like that, just from the shift in the diet. Another kind of theory is soy sensitivity, which that could be it for me because I am eating quite a bit of soy, which I did not before. I'm drinking soy milk. I'm eating tofu. I had edamame a couple times this week. So that could be it. Or another likely thing is that I completely stopped caffeine cold turkey. Um, I am drinking tea, but, I'm used to drinking at least a couple cups of coffee a day. So that could be it too. It could be the caffeine withdrawal. So, one of those three things, it's not to the point where I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I do want to see if this will go away on its own. If it's detox, I think it'll go away this week. And also, if it's the caffeine withdrawal, I think I won't see it this week. If it's the soy sensitivity, I think it's going to continue, and I might have to just remove soy and replace it with something else. I'm not sure what. But I'll see how it goes next in the next week. Um, the next thing I just wanted to mention is I watched a great documentary that's free on YouTube, and it's called Average Joe Goes Raw. It's like an hour and 20-minute documentary on this guy, 30 years old, who just, was eating tons of fast food and feeling awful, having all kinds of strange symptoms like really reduced libido and um, a lot of other things going on health wise. He just felt terrible. So he decided to do 60 days raw vegan, and he has a lot of really famous vegans in the video that help him out on his journey. So it was phenomenal. It's really, really well done. It was produced by him and his brother. So just wanted to recommend that you all check it out. Like I said, it's free, really good. Average Joe Goes Raw. So you might want to watch that. And another really cool thing that we did was on Saturday, my husband and I ran a 10K, and it was my husband's first 10K and my first 10K in 10 years. We didn't train for it, so we had no idea what to expect. We just kind of thought, we'll stick together, we'll go as slow as we need to. I'm also still recovering from an injury I had a year ago where I had a stress fracture to my heel bone, the calcaneal bone, and that was from running. And it has been a really, really slow healing process. So I'm fingers crossed that this diet will also help me heal because it's been over a year. So, we just went into this saying we're going to take it really easy, especially with my injury and the fact that neither of us trained. I run on and off, a couple times a week. My husband does not run. He walks on the treadmill at an incline, and he lifts a lot. So he's very cardiovascularly trained, but we didn't know what to expect. So we ran the 10K. We ended up doing really well. I placed second and my husband placed third. So in our class, in our divisions or whatever. So it was so nice. We got medals, and we did it about an 8-minute mile, which was really good. I usually run like a 9.5 minute mile with this injury. So it was really rewarding and wonderful, and I had tons of energy. I felt great at the end. My heel didn't bother me much, just a little in the beginning. I came out a little too fast in the first 2 miles, but otherwise I felt awesome, and it was such a good feeling to finish it. And bonus of placing how we placed. So it was just wonderful. Um, so so that's the update on that. But I had tons of energy, felt really good, really surprised. I do think it had a lot to do with my diet in the last week. Um, I have been sleeping great. I've had insomnia for um, probably 20 years. I mean, I started having insomnia about my sophomore or junior year in high school, and I've taken melatonin for the last 10 years, other than during my pregnancies. I really relied on that to sleep, and I have not had to take it all week. And I fall asleep within, 15 minutes of laying down, closing my eyes. So that is almost unheard of for me. So I know it has something to do with the diet and reducing my caffeine. Um, so that has been an awesome benefit. I feel so good. I'm getting close to 8 hours of sleep at night, which I was normally only getting about 6. So I feel really good about that. Um, we've gone out to dinner 3 times, well, twice, and then the third time I had a baby shower yesterday and was really stressed about, what am I going to be able to eat? I pretty much know that I can eat salads, just with no cheese and gluten free. I know I'm pretty safe with that. But I had 3 outings where I had to select vegan options, and it was not hard at all. There are tons of vegan options. We went to the coolest restaurant after the race on Saturday. Um, the town we were in is very artsy, very, you know, up to date on wellness and very holistic healing centered. It's a place called Oberlin, Ohio, and the race was at Oberlin College. So we found this restaurant that has 100% locally grown produce is what they use. And they actually had a vegan chorizo option on their salad. So I got this beautiful salad with all locally grown produce, and it was awesome, just awesome to have that option there, and them being very vegan friendly, obviously. So that was great. Um, and then the other two, the one restaurant we went to, I just got a salad. It was really good. Didn't get a lot of the toppings that they had as options, but it was really good. I was able to stick to what I was supposed to eat. And then yesterday at the baby shower, they had fruit, and so I could have that. So that was great. Another thing I noticed about myself in the last week is I have a lot of like big, I don't know, big thinking, like big thoughts, big changes, and I've always been kind of a bucket list type of person. Like, I want to do this in my life and I want to do this in my life. But I'm really finding that it's important to me to live authentically. And I haven't been doing that. You know, I. I'm in a career that has been very good to me. I've had a lot of success, and I've been able to, raise my family and have things that others can't. But I noticed that I'm sacrificing a lot with that. I work really hard. I work 50, hours a week. I worked every weekend since November 7th of last year. I've actually tracked it. And this weekend, I did not work. I didn't. I just said, I'm not. I'm not going to. This is not fair to my family or to me, and it's not aligned with me. So I'm kind of in a bit of an internal struggle that, I won't go into in detail, but I really feel like I want to be aligned with things that are important to me. So I'm just asking for that. I'm putting it out in the universe to God and the universe, bring me signs and my intuition and put things in front of me to tell me what I'm here for, what is my purpose here. And I'm a type of person, I have so much passion for things. And if I could have a career or, more of my life dedicated to something I'm passionate about, I feel like I would be so happy. And it's really what I need. So I just putting it out there in the universe. Please bring me these things. Put these signs right in front of my face so I can't deny that they're there. Um, so just I have constant prayer for that during meditation every morning. That's what I'm asking for. Just put these things in front of me and guide me. Um, and another thing I noticed, the last thing that I really noticed this week is a level of compassion that I didn't have before. And it's unintentional. Like, I didn't purposely try to be more compassionate. Um, but I think it's just coming naturally, just with the change in the diet and what I'm eating. And um, you know, I just am really appreciating my kids more and my husband more and my animals more. I've always loved my animals, but you get caught up in the everyday things of life, and sometimes you don't pay much attention to them. I mean, they wander around the house, and I'll occasionally say something to them, but I don't typically spend a lot of time with them. And I noticed this week I just really wanted to. I wanted to spend time with my dog Chloe in particular, and we played ball, on Saturday, just throwing the ball with her and petting her and carrying her around. And the same with my cat Maisie. I've had her for, gosh, 13 and a half years, and she's my bud. I mean, she is the best cat ever. She loves everyone, purring constantly. She's such a sweetheart, and sometimes I just don't pay enough attention to her. So even this morning, she came in my closet as I was getting ready to go work out, and just spending time petting her and rubbing her stomach and things like that. Like, I just love my animals, and it's a shift. It's been a shift that I want to spend more time with them and appreciate them, and things like that. So there is a different level of compassion that wasn't there, and like I said, it wasn't on purpose. It's just come very authentically. So I think that's a really good thing. So that's it for my 1 week update, and I will be back next Monday with more. Um, oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was I had mentioned last week that I've been dealing with some strange rashes during the whole um, prep and bodybuilding time that we had, and it was very strange. I've never been a person to have sensitive skin or rashes. It is still there, and but I think it's getting better. I mean, I'm still noticing I'm itchy, especially my lower legs are very itchy. But I've seen a little bit of improvement, so I'm thinking the diet